of what the disease is about. They know about the symptoms, etc. Now we're talking about the impact it has on Sierra Leone.
Yeah. And more importantly, that's of the physically disadvantaged people.
Yes.
And that's really what I want I want you guys to actually talk to and say, like, if you have no families that are affected or individual members that are affected, what advice can you put out there for Melqosh Mission? If some people that are across the diaspora that will have families that are affected, what advice can you give for them?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
So, like, what advice could you give for families in the diaspora or even people in Sierra Leone that know somebody which that is physically disadvantaged? What can what sort of advice can you give for them to become aware or support? Where is there a network, say for example, because the people with ability or more ability may be able to rush themselves to any of the hospitals. But if you're physically disadvantaged, as Faith was saying, impoverished comes with it as well. They may not have access to medication. So is there any...
I mean, the points I actually wanted to raise was to actually educate the Sierra Leonean populace about the plight of the physically disadvantaged. Now, I've heard a lot of talk about sensitization, and everyone's aware you have to wash your hands, use antibacterial wipes. Now, the physically disadvantaged beg in the streets. You've been to Freetown.
Yes.
If they consume media, so if they want to hear about Ebola and how it's affecting people, they do it collectively in public places. So you know you have the big screens in the streets, and of course you have the really bright guy that's around that's going to talk to you about, Ebola being a government conspiracy, because I've heard that. They said it's a myth, it doesn't happen. Now the opposition, the government, they try for, so we would like to correct that. So we would like to engage the physically disadvantaged in media, so in some form of media, whether it's aired, but something a little bit more engaging so they actually understand the seriousness of this. And we want to include traditional leaders that can speak local languages, Timini, Mende. We want to engage religious leaders, the pastors, the imams, to talk to these people so that they understand that this does exist. And finally, we want to raise financial resources to actually have a plan, a follow-up plan. We want to be able to test all the Ebola patients, the physically disadvantaged populace. We'll start with Freetown.
Okay.
And so we need help. We need so much help. We're talking kits, we're talking hand sanitizers, we're talking gloves, we're talking money to spend on some kind of way to engage them. We need so much. So we are begging. And the one thing I have to say to everybody in Freetown, because this is where I know there's a high toll of beggars. These people do not ask to be like that. So I know we all have to be avoiding to be tactile. They still have to beg. So we need to talk to them about how they handle the situation, because I'm sure nobody wants to give them money and touch them.
Yeah, that's right. And then the other thing as well, it might also be, obviously the symptoms are quite clear for everyone to see. But if somebody is and you're physically disadvantaged, and you're at the early stages of you may have picked up, or what they may have picked up, that Ebola disease already. It's very, very hard for them to, for the signs to be seen, because already on their state, you see some of them and then you feel, oh dear, you understand? And then when somebody is showing early signs of the Ebola, you might not be able to tell the difference if you're physically disadvantaged, because you just see somebody, because most of them, because of their situation, are living in squalors, you understand? And within that squalors, they are sharing, do you know what I mean? And is there anything in place in Sierra Leone from Melqosh Mission's point of view that...
I'm going to pass you on to Faith.
Okay. Would you like to just comment on that, please?
One of the things that we're looking to do is we started the campaign this Sunday, and I contacted you. We've put out the campaign on all the social media networks that we have, and so as at present we are trying to accumulate preventative resources that we could send back home. By so doing, we can distribute them to the different amputee camps that we have. We specifically deal with amputee camps from Waterloo, Hastings, Newton, Dewey, Grafton, you know, and all the other neighboring areas where you have a high congestion of afflicted amputees.
Okay.
And so at the present moment, our first priority is to basically try and, you know, accumulate as much resources as possible, which is why we're here today to make an appeal to the diaspora, people in the diaspora, not just Sierra Leoneans, but friends of Sierra Leone, people who have, you know, had to help, because we are in grave need. The amputees, like my colleague had said earlier, it's unfortunate that they're in this situation.
Is there a contact here that people can reach you, and what is the contact?
Well, okay, they can reach us on our website, which is www.Melqosh Mission International. We're on Twitter, which is Melqosh M. We're on Facebook, Melqosh Mission or Melqosh Mission International. Or you can email us on info@melqoshmissioninternational.org.
So do you want to give the Twitter address again, because we may have to put that on the website?
Okay, that would be Melqosh M.
Melqosh M. That's at Melqosh M.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can also reach us via mobile phone, which is
please do
0044
okay
79
yeah
85 765 646.
Would you mind repeating that message again? That number again, please.
00.
That's correct.
44 79 85 76.
That's right. That's the number out there.
646.
Okay, so
5646. And we're looking also
5646.
Yes. We're also reaching out to our worldwide friends of Melqosh, not just people living in the UK, but people living in America, who have been following the work that we've been doing in Sierra Leone. We're looking to reach out to as many people as it is right now. We've had talks with directors of shipping companies that are based in the UK, and they have pledged to do free shipment of resources that we accumulate to Sierra Leone. So it's very expedient. Before the end of the month, we're looking to send at least a consignment to Sierra Leone.
Okay, don't go away, because I need to talk to you about an event which you're holding as well, which is one of your calendar events, and in September. So obviously I would like you to yourself and